Welcome back to the channel, and today I've got something really cool to show you. This is going to be the next project bike, and for once it's not an RGV 250. And here she is. Ain't she a beauty? So what we have here is, firstly, it's a Honda, as you'll see from the fairing. I have worked on Hondas before. I've worked on quite a few NC30s and restored, I think I've restored 4 of those. Started doing those when COVID was around. So I've done 4 of those. I'll put a couple of pictures up of the ones I've done. But anyway, this is an NSR250R. It's a 1989, I believe. Which it's just an absolutely, I mean, I know it's a patina bike and a half really, but it's an absolutely gorgeous looking bike shape wise. So let's take a closer look. So the first thing to say about the bike is I know it actually says it on the fairing, but that is an aftermarket sticker. When it says SP Sport Production, that's not a genuine sticker. However, this bike is an SP. You can't really see very well, but inside there is a dry clutch, and inside here behind the clutch will be a close ratio gearbox, which makes this really desirable bike. So what else has she got? 18-inch back wheel, which is dated these days and makes getting rubber for it a lot more tricky, but Bridgestone do still make an 18-inch for RGVs, NSRs, etc. The main difference is I think it's a 5.5-inch rim, because it's got a 150 back tyre on it, whereas an RGV VJ21 takes a 140 back tyre. But this rim does look wider to me. Let's see if we can find some markings, see if that's true. And can't see. Magtech wheels they are. So there might be magnesium wheels as well. I'm not too sure on that. I'm not a guru on these things. I'm learning as we go already. But she is all there. Tank's a bit rough. The lacquer, the sun has burnt the lacquer off. But we're not, this is a complete patina bike. So we're not repainting anything on this bike. The only thing I'm going to do is flat the tank off, 2 new Honda decals, and just seal it with some clear coat. Inside the tank, let's see if we can show you that. Let's have a look. I can't tell you how excited I am to work on this bike. I think it's just because it's something different. Let's have a look inside the tank. Yeah. Can you see in there? It's been cleaned out and it is in quite good order. There's a bit of reflection there. So we do have the key, genuine Honda key there. I don't think I actually said what model it is, so it's a MC18, I believe, from 1989. I said that. But what a pretty shape. It's a beautiful shape. You've got to agree with me. Arguably nicer looking than an RGV, and I am a thoroughbred Suzuki man. So what am I going to do to it? Well, I've just been on having a good think, and because it's a patina bike, no paint at all, like I said earlier, so everything's just going to be polished, deep cleaned. The main issue with the bike is the forks, so they need stripping and grinding back and re-hard chroming. So that's the biggest job on the bike. I mean, you can see the state of the seal. Door seal there, that's incredible. But the forks are completely destroyed. So that's the main job on the bike. Set of tyres, you'll see how cracked they are. God knows how old they are. There isn't even actually a date on the tyres, so that proves how old they are. And then, apart from the forks, the other big job on the bike is to get all these rusty fasteners re-zinced, because I think the bike's been stood outside for a lot of its life. So we're going to get all these fasteners re-zinced. I'll show you, they're everywhere, absolutely everywhere. Kickstart, it's terrible. So all these rusty nuts and bolts will be cleaned up and re-zinced, and we'll see how bad they are. So that's the major job, because it means taking things apart. But I'm going to, this time, I'm not going to strip the bike down. I'm going to just put some old nuts and bolts into the bike, keep it all together, and then take those back out when the zinking comes back. We need a new rear brake lever, because you can't straighten these, they just snap when you try and straighten them, even if you heat them up. It's having a full fluids change, coolant, gearbox oil, brake fluids, new pads in the calipers. And apart from that, and a real deep clean, all these brackets getting re-zinced. Apart from that, the usual suspects which get the weather, the frame that holds the top fairing on, the frame that holds the clocks on. These brackets hold the fairing on, they should be black. Side stand, that'll be blasted. So all those bits will be back to satin black. And I can't wait to hear these JHA pipes. But there she is. So I think the next step is just to get the thing running, so we can all hear it, see what it's like. Morning. So this is the next day. Sun's just coming up really, so I'm going to have a go at getting the bike going and see if we can get it running. So let's see what we can do. So last night I charged the battery. So I've got about 12.4 volts in the battery, and I've taken the tank off so that it can get to the carbs, etc. So I've just put this little funnel on so we can just top the fuel up and keep the carbs topped up. That should do give us enough fuel anyway. So I think now the battery's charged, I think first thing we can do really, let's just see if we've got power from the battery to the ignition. So there goes nothing. Turn the key. Oh, right, there we go. Don't know if you can see down there, the lights are on. Oil light came on, it's gone off, so that means there's oil in the bike. It's in neutral. Just for the hell of it, let's see if anything works. Just for the hell of it. Let's go for indicators. Oh my word. There we go. So indicators are working. That's left. And right. Brilliant. Good start. What about the horn? Yep, perfect. Lights. Let's put the lights on. Yes. You beauty. Lovely. Well, this is a good start. So we know power is getting from the battery to the bike, and hopefully, well, from the ignition to, from the battery to the bike. So electrics are working. Run switch, kill switch, that's off. Let's put that to on. So should I just put a bit more fuel in it, pre-mix, and why don't we just give it a kick and see what happens? Yeah, let's go for that. Just put a bit more fuel in, make sure we've got the carbs full. Yeah, that seems to be it. Okay, ignition on, kill switch on, choke on. Here goes nothing. Let's give it a kick. Do it this way. I'll stand on the pegs actually so I don't skin my shins. I don't think we're in luck. So let's take a spark plug out and see if we've got a spark. I think that's the best process to try. Okay, so I'm going to take the inside reverse plug out first, and let's see if this plug's got a spark. Got the best access. Right, that's on. See there. Okay. Now, I believe it's had new plugs, or newish. Yeah, they're quite new. NGK BR9 ECMs, they're RGV plugs. Because you need a short one at the front, but people tend to put two plugs the same in anyway. So let's plug that in, and let's put it on the top there. Right, I'll just grab the camera and let's see if we've got a spark. Hopefully you can just move that a bit nearer. I think you see the plug. Yes. Right, let's give it a kick and see if we've got a spark. It's pressed in there, so it's got an earth. Don't think we're getting a spark. No spark. Okay, right, so that leaves us a couple of options. Is the kill switch working properly, or is there a fuse blown? So let's check the fuses. They live under the seat there, this fuse box. Don't know which one it is. Oh, here we go. Main. So that top one there at 20 amp is the main fuse, but I don't think it'll be that because we're getting electrics. In fact, that's the wrong way around, isn't it? Oh, it should be like that. That's the spare. Tail stop turn. Headlight. Main. So the main, like I say, we don't need to check that because we've got electrics. Headlight works, we know that. These two down the side are spare. So that red 10 amp, if I can get it out, that says ignition. So let's give that a check. And as you can see, that's perfect. So fuses seem good. Now I've had the battery off, so node connections are good. Earth's obviously good because we've got electrics working. So let's check the kill switch. So I've cleaned that kill switch. Now let's just set it to on. I'm not hopeful this will do anything because I didn't think it was that bad. So on. Ignition on. Keep your eye on the spark plug. I'm not holding out for this. What? Oh my word! Wow. It started on one cylinder. That was sparking away like mad, and she started on one cylinder. So it was the kill switch after all. Well, I'm shocked. A little bit of dirt on the contacts in the kill switch. Wow, that took me by surprise. Let's bolt it all back together. Put the plug back in, and let's hear it running. Top the fuel up. Let's just put the seat back on there. Top the fuel up. Plugs back in. Switched on. Choke on. No reason it won't go. Judging by how it started on one before. Here goes nothing. Wow, that was incredible. Yes! Wow, those pipes sound nice. Wow, those pipes do sound nice. I'll get down low so you can hear them. Oh yes! Top the fuel up. Oh, so happy. Ticks over. Wow. Even the foul valve servo is turning. Wow, those pipes, JHA pipes sound lovely. I'm so happy. think you can tell by my face that was a success. Excellent, excellent news. So now we know she's running. Oh yes, still excited now. Now we know she's running. Gonna get her into the workshop and very quickly, so wheels out, fairings off, forks out, and get the forks stripped and start, chain and sprockets off, and start stripping all the bits that are going to zinc. I think that's roughly the plan. So that's it for this episode, and I'll show you some progress in a week or two, hopefully less. See you next time.